So I decided to come out and check on the garlic. I can see there are some deer prints around here, but they didn't eat my garlic, thankfully. And I gonna congratulate myself because there aren't a lot of weeds coming up. I really cleared this spot nicely for this here garlic. Look at my garlic. Yay! What I think I'm gonna do is extend this a little bit more. See, and then use that next little space for my garden bed for this year. We'll see. Okay. And here we have a little garden friend that back in the day I would have screeched my head off for seeing it. But hey, you get used to it. Hey there. I wonder how close. Well, I don't need to test that out. So this right here is the peach tree. And as you can see, there are buds that'll turn into blossoms. She's a young tree. So happy to have her here. Now look, this here I think comes from deer rubbing on my tree. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. I hope it doesn't damage. I mean, I know it could damage the tree. I hope the tree's not damaged. My peach tree. So my fence is sitting open here, and I swore I kind of closed it, and those deer hoof prints make me feel like somebody decided to open my gate. So I'm gonna try to close it here because that's gonna be the main thing, is keeping the deer and the rabbits and the gophers and the moles and everybody and their brother out of the garden. And this is the elderberry. So at first I was getting all freaked out because look, it's just a twig, right? But if you get down here, see? Look at that new growth. See? New growth happening. So that makes me happy. Let's check on the other elderberry. I have two more in the house that need to be planted outside. But let's see how this one is doing. So far, there's nothing happening on the twigs here. But when we dig away, see that? Yeah, we're gonna be all right. I think they're gonna do just fine. So here we have my onions that were in a bag, you know, thought they were minding their own business, and instead they were in there just having a field day, I guess. Some of them did not sprout. I have a few that are like just fine, but these decided to just take off. So I've been watching a few videos on how to plant sprouted onions. So I think that's going to be my next regrow experiment. I have taken off as much of the loose skins. Oh, this looks like some more loose skin can come off. What's already interesting is you can see there's 3 plants coming out of this one. There are 2 coming out of this one. There are, looks like at least 2 coming out of this one. This one looks like 2 or more. I don't know. So we'll see. This is going to be yet another regrow experiment. So this is my little onion experiment with my scraps. This is a yellow onion here. This was the first one. And as you can see, there is growth coming out of the top. And if we look at the bottom of it, look at all those roots. So this one I'm going to put in dirt today. This one, I think I cut it too short because it just can't seem to keep its head above water. Although it looks like there are some little roots trying to come from it. And I even see it looks like a little growth on top. But I think it's just getting like too much water. This one I put in a few days ago. So, well, there's a little bit, see those white roots on the side there? So it's getting started. And this was just an experiment because I didn't know if you could root the tops. I mean, I know you can plant them if they sprout, but look, it's growing at the bottom. So I don't know if that's going to form roots. I don't know what this one is doing. Anyway, this is my little experimental dish here. And like I said, we're going to plant the one yellow onion. I have this pot. These were some seeds that didn't do anything in here. Some cucumber seeds that were like not viable. So I'm just going to go on and make this my first little onion pot. It's not very big, so I might have to transplant this if it gets to going really good. But we'll see. I just don't want to put it in a whole big pot full of dirt right now. So all I did was make room for its roots because I don't want this to go too far down in the dirt. And as you can see, I'm just gonna like ease everything on in there, you know. And I'm gonna put, I hope these are not too, these roots trying to stick up out the ground. So maybe I do need a bigger pot. Well, we'll see. I'm just going to pat this down a little bit and let the little green shoots stay on top. And pat it down a little bit. Not too firmly, but you know, just enough to get it in there. Right? And I'm going to give it a good watering. And we'll just see what this does. I might have to replant it in a bigger pot, you know, but we'll see. We'll just see if it gets going. It can do a little something in this pot, right? All right, we'll see what happens. So for a little update on the rest of the regrow things in particular, these are the green onions that I planted. Look at that one, it's really tall. They're doing really good in the dirt. I'll put in a picture of them getting started in just their little cap full of water. And then over here, we have our celery, which is looking really good on top. But I do not really see, I mean, unless that's a root. I don't see where it's making a lot of roots. And I feel like these outer, sorry about that, my spider plant is trying to get in the picture. I feel like these outer stems probably need to be pulled off because they tend to rot away sitting in the water, and maybe the roots would come in better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see when I should put this in dirt. I've tried this a couple times and haven't been successful. We're going for success this time. And then the last thing I want to show you, my efforts are this regrow effort is for peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers. I put them in this Ziploc bag and moistened the tissue. They're on tissue paper, and you could use paper towel. And I laid them on top of my grow light. So it is a warm environment. I don't know if that was necessary for them to sprout, but they have sprouted. Now I got to see about putting these in the dirt. Maybe I should have done it a little sooner. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I did put some straight into the dirt as an experiment as well. These are the ones, this is where I just put them straight into the dirt. They were dry. They hadn't sprouted at all. I just put them, you know, on a paper towel or something until they dried out and planted them in the compost potting soil mixture. So we'll keep our eye on that. And then, okay, so we're going to close out with my favorite homegirl. This is Hottie Hannah Ruth, my horseradish plant. And what I did was it was a root that I had bought from the store that I noticed had some little green spots on it in the fridge. It was getting a little old, so I stuck it in some water for a few days, which, I mean, I think a little root came out. I can't recall. And then I decided to put it in the dirt, and it was, it was a lengthy root. And you lay it in here on a 45-degree angle. So it's not like straight up and down. It's not horizontal in the pot. It was like on this angle. And she got comfortable and is still sending off new things. And then, like I said, here she is in all of her glory. And I planted this the same time I planted my other teensy-weensy seedlings. So that is an update on my regrow efforts. If I haven't said this before, my garlic was planted in the fall from garlic I had bought at the store. Some organic garlic from Trader Joe's, I think. And all these other things are things that would have been kitchen scraps. So thank you for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. Take care. And until I see you at the next video, peace.